Welcome to the world of natural beekeeping. In this video, we'll explore the certified naturally grown C&G standards for sustainable and healthy beekeeping. These guidelines focus on the well-being of honeybees and the long-term sustainability of apiaries, ensuring that both bees and their environment thrive. Whether you're a seasoned beekeeper or just starting out, understanding these standards can help you make informed decisions that benefit your bees, your community, and the planet. Let's dive into the essentials of natural beekeeping and discover how you can create a thriving, chemical-free apiary. C&G Natural Beekeeping Handbook is a comprehensive resource designed to guide beekeepers through best practices. It covers everything from apiary location to honey processing, emphasizing the importance of bee health and environmental sustainability. The handbook is updated regularly to reflect the latest standards and research, making it a valuable tool for anyone committed to natural beekeeping. It also encourages beekeepers to connect with local experts and communities for shared learning and support, recognizing that beekeeping is a knowledge-intensive pursuit. Choosing the right location for your apiary is crucial. According to C&G standards, hives should be placed on land free from synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides, and genetically engineered crops. The area must provide enough nectar and pollen to support the number of hives, and beekeepers are encouraged to plant additional bee forage. It's also important to consider neighbors and local ordinances, especially in residential areas. Avoid placing hives near conventional farms to minimize contamination risks, and always advocate for reduced pesticide use in surrounding areas. Proper hive positioning helps maintain healthy colonies. C&G guidelines require hives to be on stands at least 6 inches off the ground, ideally facing south or east to catch morning sunlight. Good ventilation and wind protection are recommended, as is providing a clean water source nearby. Avoid using chemical treatments or paints inside the hive, and steer clear of polystyrene boxes or poorly ventilated setups. These practices help create a stable, safe environment for your bees year-round. Building or selecting hives, C&G standards emphasize removable frames and year-round ventilation. Langstroth hives must have separate chambers for brood and honey, and any used woodenware must be thoroughly cleaned and sanitized. Plastic components are discouraged but permitted if they're durable and untreated on the inside. The goal is to maintain clean, disease-free equipment that supports strong, healthy colonies. Regular comb removal is vital for minimizing chemical residues and disease in the hive. C&G requires that at least 20% of brood frame comb be removed each year, ensuring no brood comb is older than 5 years. Mark all brood frames for tracking, and replace any comb exposed to prohibited substances. These steps help maintain a healthy environment for developing bees and reduce the risk of contamination. For honey supers, C&G allows wooden frames and wax-free plastic foundation, provided any coating is pure cappings wax from your own operation. Avoid using frames or foundation exposed to prohibited substances. The aim is to keep honey as pure as possible, free from contaminants that could affect both bee health and honey quality. Selecting the right queens and bees is key to a resilient apiary. C&G encourages breeding for disease and pest resistance, using survivor colonies and incorporating feral bees. Avoid queens from aggressive colonies and ensure any purchased bees or comb meet strict health and exposure criteria. This approach strengthens your apiary's gene pool and supports natural resistance to common threats. Supplemental feeding may be necessary during nectar or pollen shortages, especially in fall or early spring. C&G allows feeding with refined white cane sugar syrup and pure pollen patties, but only after honey supers are removed. Avoid high fructose corn syrup, brown sugar, or any additives not approved by C&G. Proper feeding ensures colonies have enough stores to survive winter and thrive in the new season. C&G honey can be sold in various forms but must be processed and labeled according to strict standards. Extraction equipment must be thoroughly cleaned, and only food-grade materials can contact honey. Honey labeled as raw must not exceed 109 degrees F and should be minimally processed. Only honey certified by C&G can carry the label, ensuring customers receive a pure, natural product. Wax used in C&G hives must come solely from honey super cappings and be processed to remove impurities. Only stable, non-reactive materials like stainless steel or glass should be used in rendering. Avoid wax from brood comb or any source exposed to prohibited substances. This careful approach limits contamination and maintains the purity of beeswax in your operation. Products like pollen and propolis are valuable but must be harvested with care. Only remove small amounts to avoid harming the colony, and always ensure adequate stores remain for bee health. Any pollen collected for supplemental feeding must be purified and processed according to C&G standards. This ensures both the bees and the products remain healthy and safe. Proper storage and transfer of hive components are essential for disease prevention. Remove equipment from dead colonies promptly, and store empty brood comb in fresh air and sunlight when possible. Freezing frames can help control pests like wax moths. Avoid transferring frames between C&G and conventional apiaries unless clearly marked and documented. Moving bee colonies can be stressful for the bees and should be done only when necessary. C&G allows up to 4 moves per colony per year, with all destinations meeting location and positioning standards. Prepare hives by securing foragers at dawn or dusk and ensure excellent ventilation during transport. Emergency moves due to threats like bears or floods are exceptions to the limit. C&G standards prioritize non-toxic, cultural, and biological controls for pests and diseases. Chemical treatments are generally discouraged or prohibited, except for certain approved substances in specific cases. Regular monitoring, hygienic bee strains, and good sanitation are the foundation of disease prevention. Always document infestation levels and treatments, and follow label instructions for any allowed substances. Transitioning to CNG standards requires a clear plan for removing old comb and ceasing prohibited substance use. Keep detailed records of hive locations, queen introductions, treatments, and honey production. Accurate documentation supports certification and helps track the health and productivity of your apiary over time. Certified Naturally Grown is a grassroots organization dedicated to supporting sustainable agriculture and natural beekeeping. By joining CNG, you become part of a community committed to chemical-free, environmentally friendly practices. The organization offers peer-reviewed certification resources and a network of like-minded beekeepers and farmers. Together, we can strengthen local food systems and protect pollinators for future generations.